So, this is about your Abaddon. Tell me more. At first it didn't seem to know what it was or where it was, or what was even real. It kept disappearing, trying to return to those ruins. Apparently, Abaddon are the lost spirits of those who were forgotten before they died. They form in places like prisons, asylums, and quarantine camps. Oh, my little Abaddon. You seem to have yourself forgotten the world that forgot you. It didn't know what was real or what was an illusion. Sometimes it would see or hear things that weren't there, or other times it would be blind or deaf to the real world, and always seeking to return to that place. I thought evolving it would help. I went and found an iron ball and I evolved it into ball and chain. It's so much stronger now, and it has this clarity. It identifies the real world, but it can still see and hear things that I can't see. And ball and chain tells me it's sensing the ghost world, but it's struggling for certainty. And it despises the iron ball I've given it. Ball and chain longs to move on. I know that. It wants to go to the ghost world, but it's tethered to this plane of existence. And my Pokemon believes the Iron Ball is what's tethering it. I mean, I'm not so sure. Wasn't it trapped here back when it was still an Abaddon? I don't know. Maybe as an Abaddon it was trapped by its own confusion, but now it seems to be trapped by me. Oh, Arceus, what have I done? I see. You feel responsible. I thought catching a buzzard would help. I'd heard that their final evolution has a connection to the ghost world. Maybe, as much as it would pain me to see my Pokemon go, maybe we could send Ball and Chain to where it needs to be. So, on one of our trips back to the ruins, when I was searching for my Abaddon that had run away, I caught a buzzard, and I trained my little bird until it evolved, but Vulture couldn't help my Ball and Chain. Vulture have the power to help the living. They can use their talents to shock hearts back into rhythm, but Ball and Chain needs something else. And that led us to the Deep Coffin Catacombs. We fought our way through Marowak and Mandibuzz and Bayonet and faced one of the vilest Pokemon I've ever seen. We reached the ancient tome. We read from its pages in the hope that, yes, it's working. Yes! Volterra! Within the folds of its wings, it holds a gateway to the ghost world. Volterra, Ball and Chain is seeking the peace of the ghost world. Can you do what must be done? Volterra couldn't do it. I didn't know what to do. I desperately searched through the tome. Eventually I did find it. Ball and Chain. And then I heard this voice in my mind. Ball and Chain's tether is within. It is trapped by a memory, a distortion of reality, a glass case around its mind from which it cannot escape or be torn from. The memory must be confronted, the delusion must be exposed, and your Pokemon's mind made whole once again. Only then can it be free. Your voice. Indeed. And so you have come here to let me help you. What else do you remember? I remember passing out, waking up with overwhelming clarity. I knew we had to return to the Opvee Ruins. The Opvee Ruins. Yes, of course. And these ruins, what do you remember of them? Ball and Chain led the way. It went to the same chamber it always seemed to go. That chamber. The one with the markings on the walls. We've always tried to avoid it, run through it as fast as possible if we had to go through it at all. There's just something about it that instills this overwhelming sense of dread. I remember feeling every fiber of my being burning with the urge to bolt, but I had to resist it for my Pokemon. Inside it felt so wrong. It was my first time really looking at those markings. Something about them, I felt like I was being watched. And I remember running. I think I broke. I ran and I slammed into something. No, nothing. There was nothing there. Glass? The air just felt solid against my palms. And then I don't remember. So, how did you get here? I don't know. Oh, I guess I don't remember. It's alright. You're okay. Your mind is trying to face a difficult truth. You feel like you are up against an invisible barrier, but you must push through. You must see the truth. You must accept it. What truth? There is no Opvee Ruins. What? The Opvee Ruins are a delusion. Your delusion. The place does not exist. How can that be? Think through your story again. Can't you see how it doesn't make sense? You heard my voice, and you went to the ruins. Why? Of course you didn't. You came straight to my office. I called you and offered to help, so you made an appointment and attended. There's no shame in it, child. But it's time to face the truth. It's time to break through the delusion. But my Pokemon, my Ball and Chain, my Volterra, I caught them at the Opvee Ruins. They are a product of your delusion. What are you saying? That my Pokemon aren't real? You have given yourself over to a delusion, and now you are trapped by it. You are trapped in the glass case of your own mind. Your Ball and Chain struggle is just a symbol of what your own mind is going through. But I can help. Say it with me. Volterra isn't real. Ball and Chain isn't real. The Opvee Ruins aren't real. Volterra isn't real. Volterra isn't real. Ball and Chain isn't real. Ball and Chain isn't real. The Opvee Ruins aren't real. The Opvee Ruins aren't real. Volterra isn't real. Ball and Chain isn't real. The Opvee Ruins aren't real. No. No. What? No, this isn't right. I know my Pokemon are real, because I know my bond with them is real. Do you hear yourself? You are trapped by your delusion. You saved me. But you evolved. Yes! I knew you were real. I knew this was reality. I guess I was trapped in a delusion. In his delusion. With my Pokemon by my side, Mason Chain and Volterra, they fought that creature, sent it back to the ghost world. Afterward, we attempted to find out more about it. Apparently, it was indeed a Pokemon. At some point, it had been a Mr. Mime that lost touch with reality. Its mimes became reality, and it came to believe that our reality was one big mime. After our defeat of the Dr. Mime, I invited Volterra to once again try to send Mason Chain to the ghost world. But this time, Mason Chain declined. It tells me now it no longer feels tethered to this world, but that it doesn't want to leave. It says that which once symbolized its imprisonment has now become its greatest strength. I like to think it isn't just talking about its chains.